My name is Kamal Imani, and I want to tell you that no matter what you're going through, you can make it. Don't quit. As they say, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. Make no excuses and stay determined. Like 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. Now, I'm not telling you to die, and I'm not telling you to do anything illegal. Always practice the legal hustle. Get your education, get your certification, and use all the talents in you. Listen to your inner voice. If you have a talent, use it. Because nowadays, there's very little job security. And being that there's very little job security, you need to be in entrepreneur mode. Entrepreneur means going into business by and for yourself. So if you have a talent, a skill, a service, you need to start activating that. You need to get off your behind and get on your grind. Because this is not the time to be messing around being comfortable. You have to get out your comfort zone. If you're okay and you're right here, guess what you got to do? Raise the bar. I come up hard. I fell down many times. I always get back up and I what? Raise the bar. You have to continue to raise the bar and challenge yourself, because you're going to continue to get into comfort zones, and certain things are going to continue to happen to you until you stretch yourself to a certain point. Don't stretch yourself where you're going to pop and exhaust everything, but stretch yourself to the point where you feel that you're growing, you're developing your character, and you're getting closer to your goal. So the number one thing is have a goal, have a dream, but secondly, have a strong desire for it. Because if you're uncomfortable, if you're dissatisfied, you should have a strong desire to change your situation, right? So if you have a strong desire to change your situation, don't let your friends, your coworkers, peers, whoever, family, stop you from achieving your goal. Keep on pushing. And it's never going to be easy, because it seems as if whenever you want something, opposition emerges. And sometimes it's the opposition within us. We have a lazy side. We have a side of us that says, I'd rather just watch the game. I'd rather just watch Love and Hip Hop. I'd rather just watch Empire. I'd rather just go chill and smoke this and drink that. But in the future, that's not going to get you anywhere. So what you do today will build your future. And if you're just chilling today, I don't know what your future is going to look like. You have no idea what your future is going to look like. It all feels good today, but how's it going to feel in the future? Will you have achieved success? Will you have achieved your goals? I was born in Harlem. My earliest memory was our house getting robbed when my sister and I were latchkey kids. I was 5, she was 3. We was watching Sesame Street. They came in the door with swords. They came in the door with swords and stockings over their faces. And we said, please, don't take the TV. We're watching Sesame Street. They took everything except for our TV. Thanks, burglars. But our parents was upset because I messed up, opened the door. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother story for another time. There's another time when I lived in the Bronx when a bully was messing with me. I ran out in the street. Car said, ah! Missed me by like a millimeter. I could have been dead. I was about 7 years old. 7 years old, I joined the Junior Black Spades gang in the Bronx. We lived on Davidson Avenue. Harlem was Morningside Avenue and around 133rd. All right, but we in the Bronx, we were on Davidson Avenue Grand between Tremont, Burnside, up by Bronx Community College. And I had joined the gang at 7. And luckily, my grandmother heard about all these things that was going on, and she got us out of there to Teaneck, New Jersey. Now, Teaneck, New Jersey was 10 minutes from New York. So my friends were from New York, and we kept running back to the city anyway. So we still got into stuff. But that's another story. But the point is, some of my friends ended up dead and in jail, and some crazy. And I made it through because I listened to the inner voice that said, don't go that way tonight or leave them right now because they're acting up. You know what I'm saying? They're starting stuff with people, whatever is not necessary. Go the other direction. They called me names. They called me punk. Say I'm catting up, all of that. But I listened to my inner voice. Why? I never wanted my mother to receive a phone call saying I was dead or in jail. Your mother deserves more than that. You know, your family deserves more than that. They brought you into this world, and at least you could take your talents, regardless if they're still here, if they're not. Somebody brought you in this world, and you need to take your talents, and you need to activate your talents and go all the way up, like Fat Joe would say, all the way to the top. That's what you need to do, regardless to whom or what, and there's no excuses. Like my friend Pastor Victorian Brown said, excuses are like nails that build houses called failure. Rewind, excuses are like nails that build houses called failure. On a simple level, there's nothing worse than a good excuse. Stop pointing the finger at other people. Stop scapegoating other people. Stop saying that your family members are the cause of your problem, your boss, your husband, your wife, your child study team, whatever it is. Stop blaming everybody else. Donald Trump, Obama. It's not everybody else. It's you. The number one thing we need out here is self-mastery. And how do you obtain self-mastery? That is from self-examination. You must examine yourself. I want you to be truthful and honest with yourself. Say, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I have to do to become successful? Whatever it is, it ain't going to be easy. Going back to school, staying in school, not cheating, not drinking, not smoking, eat less, work out more, whatever it is, you have to make up your mind and go for it. And you're going to fall down. You're going to get hit. Things are going to blindside you. Murphy's Law is going to take place. That's anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But do you have the determination to go live your dreams so one day you can have what you want? That's the question. Don't blame anybody else. When you put it on you, you man up, you woman up, you have a better chance of succeeding because you know you're not looking for any help. If help comes, great. But you know it's on you to do what you got to do. My mother, single mother, 3 kids, no men supporting, no child support being paid unless she begged for it. I seen her faint several times in the Bronx, in Teaneck, New Jersey. She had nervous breakdowns, but she kept going. She worked 2 jobs. She worked for AT&T, my Bell. Then she'd work at a laundromat. She'd babysit, just to help us out. And many times our electricity would be off. We'd have a little bit of food in the house. There was rats. There was roaches, especially in the Bronx. No disrespect. That's just where they were. It was just crazy conditions, man. Our neighbors' houses, our apartments would be robbed when we were in the Bronx. Also, not just Harlem, but the Bronx. And we'd be in there scared, like, don't come to this house. They come banging on the door. Crazy. There was a man going around in the Bronx cutting off little boys' privates. The posters were all over the place. So it was scary. It was scary. But my first job, I was about 7 or 6. All the little boys would go up to the supermarket and help the ladies take their groceries up into their apartments. Sometimes we get in cabs. Sometimes we walk and we help them carry their packages. They give us $3, $4, $5. This was back in the 70s. That was my first job. Then I wanted to help my mother out. I got a paper route with the Suburbanite, $11 a day. All I would do is take the papers that was already wrapped up and throw them on people's yards. That was out in Teaneck. Then I graduated to the Bergen Record, and I was collecting money for the papers at 13. At 17, I got a job at Dial America in Teaneck, and we were doing lead processing, bunch of teenagers having fun, and we were actually taking information out of the phone book and giving it to the marketing department so they could call people up and try to sell them things, So I always hustled. We would shovel people's snow in the winter. And we would rake leaves, we'd cut grass, we'd cut people's flowers off their yards and sell it back to them. We would hustle. We would hustle. You got to always hustle. And at first, I didn't want to go to college. I just wanted to DJ and MC because as DJs, we were hustling. We were making money. We were throwing parties. We were doing house parties and stuff like that. But then later on, I ended up going to college. I went to Bergen Community College. I got my associate's degree. Then I went to, later on, I went to New York Institute of Technology and got my bachelor's degree, psychology, sociology, and I also got my praxis exam. I'm a teacher, special education, administrator, etc. And I talk with youth. Now I give back to the community. I deal with at-risk students, inner city students, suburban students, emotionally disturbed students, etc. I also have my computer certificate. I have my real estate license. So I've been hustling. Coming from this little nappy-headed boy from a single mother from Harlem in the Bronx. So I'm saying, if I could do it, you could do it. Your story might be worse, the same, similar, better, but if I could do it, you could do it. Because I was a little rebel, not listening to people, and I didn't have a father to listen to that was around. I had uncles here and there tell me bits and pieces, but at a certain point, we get hard-headed, we're going our own way. But listen, at some point, you're going to become a man or a woman. And if you're already a man or a woman, this is still for you. But you still got to raise the bar. Don't get comfortable where you are just because you consider yourself an adult. When bad things keep happening to you, there's job losses and your bosses get on your nerves and all of that stuff because you're too comfortable where you are. That's the universe poking you, saying, hey, wait, you too comfortable. You are too comfortable. Make a move. Bust a move. Don't stay here. Don't say, I could do this. No, raise the bar. All right? Raise the bar. Challenge yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. All right? My name is Kamal Imani. And, I'm going to mention my books. I got a book called Little Neek. Mr. O introduces Little Neek. That's for the little ones. I have a book called Let's Bring Back the Butterflies for relationships. And I have a book for the youth called I Wasn't Supposed to Make It. They're on lulu.com, amazon.com. So check them out and support. All right? Call me up. I'll speak to your people. I'll speak about relationships. I'll speak about motivation. I'll speak to children. Whoever. Trust me. I'm good. I just been through a lot, and I like to share my stories with people, okay? Because that's what it's about. I want to help people. I see where the educational system has some loopholes and where I can fill in and bring to people something. I teach poetry. I'm a poet, rapper, all of that. Check out Stop the Violence. I got to put it back up, make sure it's up, because I took down one of my YouTube channels. That's another story for another day. If you don't remember anything else that I said, remember to raise the bar. Raise the bar. Come up hard, but you still raise the bar. All right? Peace, love, success, prosperity, one.